situation also in Nice, and that there may be other attackers, appears not to be the case. Whether this was a lone attacker or perhaps a couple of people in this truck, that much is not clear, but the suggestion, certainly from the prosecutor, is that those people who were driving the truck are now dead. One of them, if there was more than one, that's not clear. One person, when the truck eventually stopped, got out of the truck and apparently started shooting. He was then shot very quickly by police or by the military, and the military are very, very present in France. So, and you can see from the imagery of that vehicle that there are a huge number of bullet holes in the front of it. Now, there is a suggestion that the driver was also shooting as he was driving. Certainly the bullet holes in the windscreen of that vehicle would suggest that there was an awful lot of gunfire, but a truly horrendous situation. The French authorities were so concerned that there may be some sort of an attack during the Euro football championships, which finished just last week. It didn't come, but instead it came on Bastille Day. This is a huge, huge night, not only in Nice, but right across France. And there was an expectation that there would be some sort of a terrorist attack at some stage, somewhere, and that is why the security situation right across France has been so severe. There was a hope from the French government that they might be able to reduce the terror threat now that the football championships had finished, but clearly, given what has happened, that is not going to happen. But it is encouraging, I suppose, that they believe that this is well, at this stage at least, it's early days, that this is an isolated attack, one, perhaps two people, but certainly one vehicle. But what's interesting is that there have been numerous suggestions over the course of the past few months that vehicles could be used in attacks, and how on earth do you counter an attack by people simply driving a vehicle down a street? There are heavily armed police, there are heavily armed soldiers on the streets right across Europe, in fact, not just in France, in Belgium, where I am too. What can they do against somebody driving a vehicle down a street? Nothing, pretty much.
If you're just joining us, a reminder of the breaking news that 80 people have been killed after a truck ploughed into a crowd of Bastille Day revellers in Nice in southern France. 18 are in a critical condition, and French President François Hollande has said that several children are among the dead. More to come here on Sky News. Real panic and terror on the streets of Nice last night, as you just saw. There's been reaction throughout the night and morning across the world. President Obama released a statement a few hours ago saying that on the behalf of the American people, I condemn in the strongest terms what appears to be a horrific terrorist attack in Nice, France, which killed and wounded dozens of innocent civilians. Our thoughts and prayers are with the families and other loved ones of those killed, and we wish a full recovery for the many wounded. I've directed my team to be in touch with French officials. We've offered any assistance that may need to investigate this attack and bring those responsible to justice. We stand in solidarity and partnership with France, our oldest ally, as they respond to and recover from this attack. Obama added that on this Bastille Day, we are reminded of the extraordinary resilience and democratic values that have made France an inspiration to the entire world, and we know that the character of the French Republic will endure long after this devastating and tragic loss of life. The US Secretary of State John Kerry has also spoken in the last few hours, saying today's horrendous attack is an attack against innocent people on a day that celebrates liberty, equality and fraternity. Our embassy in Paris is making every effort to account for the welfare of US citizens in Nice. Any US citizens should contact friends and family directly to inform them of their well-being. A similar message coming from the UK's Foreign Office as well. They've said that they are in contact with authorities in Nice seeking more information, and a spokesperson for the new Prime Minister, Theresa May, in the last few hours said she's been kept updated And our thoughts are with all those affected by this terrible incident on what was a day of national celebration. In the last hour, we've heard from the French President François Hollande, who said among the dead there are several children, and also the French Interior Minister Bernard Cazeneuve, who confirmed just a few minutes ago that the number of dead has risen to 80.
Les élus de la ville et toute notre compassion et notre immense tristesse aux familles des victimes.